Hi and hello, I am Athena Pondian here. Welcome to the control system for the biomedical engineers classroom once again. Today we are going to see the next example of the mechanical translational system, that is example 2 of the mechanical translational system. So come, let me see how to start the problem and how to find out the solutions of the particular problem. We'll see. So we need to determine the differential equation and transfer function of this particular cell. So what are the things we need to do is, first of all, we need to determine transfer function. What is the variable required for the transfer function? Okay, that is, what is the output and what is the input. Where this particular output is present in the block and where is the input is present in the block, we need to determine. Of course, we know that the input is nothing but applied force. So applied force is F of t. So applied force here, F of t is acting on the mass m1. Okay, then output, the final displacement is the output. So because of this particular force acting on the m1, it attains the displacement yn, that is y1, and because of this particular y1 displacement and the applied force, the force is transferred to the k2 and it finished with the m2. During the time this m2 attained the displacement y2. So the final displacement is present in the y2 itself. Because in the previous sum there is a spring is attached here, so that is what the applied force is opposing again. But here there is no spring is attached after the m2. So all the applied force is transferred to m2 and it attains the final displacement y2. So what we need to determine is the transfer function is equal to, of course we know that, Laplace transform of output divided by the Laplace transform of input. Here the Laplace transform of output is nothing but the final displacement y2 of s. And then the input of the system is nothing but the f of t, that is Laplace transform. If you take a Laplace transform, then it is converted into f of s. So we need to determine the output of the system, that is transfer function is equal to y2 of s divided by f of s. Okay. After this transfer function determination, what we are going to do is we need to determine the free body sketching of, that is differential equation of m1. So for that differential equation, the first step we need to do is the free body diagram of m1. The free body diagram indicates the how many force acting on the particular mass m1, that is including opposing force and applied force. Here applied force is there, so applied force we need to indicate in the way of f of t. Okay, then k1 is the opposing force, k1. I am just indicating the arrow mark in the different direction because of differentiating applied force and opposing force. And one more is fb. Here there is no k1, yes of course, k1 and fb. And then one more displacement is k2. Here it having the opposing force k2. So this is what the free body sketching is got over. And that's all. The m itself having the opposing force. So you need to determine the m also. So f, m. According to the Newton's second law of motion, all the applied force, all the opposing force is equal to all the applied force. Yes, Fk2 is equal to f of t. So this is the according to the Newton's second law of motion, opposing force is equal to sum of opposing force is equal to the applied force. Then what we are going to do is, we know that what is the formula for m1, what is the formula of fk1, fb, everything you know that. That is Fm1 is equal to capital M1 into d square y1 divided by dt square. Why I am putting y1 here is, here the displacement indicated is not x, y1. So that is what, instead of x I am putting y1. Then Fb, the second Fb is nothing but b, capital B into dy1 divided by dt. Please remember. Then we have k. Then fk1 is equal to k1 into y1. Okay. Then k2 have two displacement. We are having the y2 displacement and also y1 displacement, but now we need only y1, so subtract this y2. So fk2 is equal to k into y2 minus y1. I'm sorry, y1 minus y2, because we need only y1, so subtracting y2 here. So this is the terminology we need. So once you substitute all the formulas in the Newton's second law of motion, we got the equation like this. Then consider this particular equation as equation number 1. So this equation number shows that the differential equation of mass m1. Okay, then what is the next step? We are in the situation to determine the transfer function of this particular system. So for the transfer function determination, we need to determine the Laplace transform of this equation number 1. We know that how to convert the Laplace transform. So for this m1, this term is converted into m1 s square into y1 of s. Then this term is converted into b into s into y1 of s. Hope you understand. Hope you know this conversion. Okay. Then this particular term is k1 into y1 of s. Then this particular term is k2 into y1 of s. Then this particular term minus k2 into y2 of s. How I can able to split this term is, because in the previous step I just put k2 into y1 minus y2. I just multiplied k2 inside the bracket. That is what I just split this term into k2, k1 and k2. Okay, so k2 into y1 of s minus k2 into y2 of s is equal to f of s. So this is the conversion of this particular Laplace transform. Then simplify this. Take y1 of s is common. If we are taking y1 of s is common, here the remaining term is m1 s square, this term, and this term, the plus bs, and this term plus k1, and this term plus k2. Then the remaining only term is minus k2 y2 of s is equal to f of s. So this is the final equation you got for the transfer function, for the determination of transfer function in the M2. So keep on this. Then in the next step, we need to determine the input of the system, because here we can able to determine the output of the system, because in the transfer function itself we know that we need to determine y2 of s divided by f of s. From this particular M1 equation, we determine f of s successfully. Then now we are going to determine the free body sketching of mass M2. This is the output of mass M1. Okay, then so free body sketching of mass M2 we need to determine. So how many opposing force and applied force acting on it you need to determine. Here there is no applied force. M1 is only having applied force. Here only the opposing force, all the things. So the M2 itself having opposing force. So you need to determine Fm2. Then the K is also having opposing force, Fk2. So that's all. It's very simple. Only two opposing forces are acting in this particular M2 and attaining the displacement y2. Okay. So using the free body sketching, we got the value this 2 only, because according to the Newton's second law of motion, all the applied force is equal to the opposing force, or all the applied force and opposing force is equal to 0. So here there is no applied force, only opposing force are there. So equating this all opposing force sum is equal to 0. So I just put all the opposing force is equal to 0. We know that the formula for Fm2 we can able to find out as M2 into d square y2 divided by dt square. Why I am putting y2 here? Because it is having the displacement y2 here. Okay. Then this particular remaining thing is k2. This k2 attains the displacement y2 and also y1. For that, for ourselves, we need to determine only y2. So subtract this y2 from y1. So I just subtract this. Then substituted this two formulas into the equation number 2, that is Newton's second law of motion. We got this particular equation. Only substitution I put. Here I just multiply this k2 inside the bracket, so I just got this particular equation. Okay, so this is the differential equation. This particular third equation is considered as the differential equation of this particular mass M2. Already we determined the differential equation of mass M1. Here it is the differential equation of mass M2. So what we need to do is we need to find the Laplace transform of this particular equation. So once you are finding that this is the first equation, please don't mingle it. So we need to determine the Laplace transform of this particular equation number 3. So determine the Laplace transform. We know that the conversion is m2 into s square into y2 of s. This is the conversion we need after the Laplace transform. Then this term will be converted into plus k2 into y2 of s. Okay. Then this particular equation is converted into k2 into y1 of s is equal to 0. This is the Laplace transform conversion. Then simplify according to the transfer function equation. We need y2 of s. Here f of s we already find out from the m1. Then we need to put y2 of s here. So find out this, but take the y2 of s is common here. Then we got m2 s square plus k2 minus k2 into y1 of s is equal to 0. Okay, please remember. What you need to do is keep this thing in this left hand side itself, move that thing into the right hand side. So y2 of s into m2 s square plus k2 is equal to k2 into y1 of s. The simple thing I did is I just moved that into the right hand side, that's all. Okay, then what is the thing you need to do is we need to determine y1 of s. So move this particular k2 here. Then y1 of s is equal to, that is y2 of s into m2 s square plus k2 is divided by k2 is equal to y1 of s. So this is the y1 terminology. Here what I did is I just substitute the value of y1 of s here. So once I substitute the value of y1 of s here, then the equation conversion is this. This is the y1 of s term and this is the term already we have. Then minus k2 y2 of s, then f of s. Then what is the thing next we need to do is take this y2 of s as common. From this equation, take this y2 of s as common. Then put this equation here, that is m2 s square plus k2, and then we have this particular terminology, that is m1 s square plus bs plus k1 plus k2. Then in the denominator we have k2. Then along with that, this particular equation is having k2, then k2 is equal to f of s. Hope you understand what I am saying. What I did is, from this particular equation, I just take this y2 of s and this y2 of s is common here. Then the remaining term I write here and the remaining term I write here is equal to f of s. We need to do y2 of s and f of s in the ratio format. So here y2 of s is there. Then we need to move this f of s in the denominator. So once we need to move this f of s into the denominator here, we need to shift this particular equation in the right hand side. So this particular equation, once it is moved on the right hand side, then the denominator moves into the numerator and numerator comes to the denominator. Before that, here this particular k2 is only belong to this term. This k2 doesn't have any denominator. So simplify this equation. If you multiply this particular k2 here, then it got k2 square. Okay. Then we can able to put this particular equation into k2. Hope you understand. What is the need of simplifying this is, we need to shift the term there. So that is what I just put k2 here. So for this particular simplification LCM, I just put k2 square here. Then it is very comfortable for you. Then now y2 of s divided by f of s is equal to k2 divided by this whole term I need to put here. That is m2 s square plus k2 into m1 s square plus bs plus k1 plus k2 minus k2 square. So this is the equation I got. This is k1 and minus k plus k2 minus k2 square. So this is the final equation we got after the transfer function. So hope you understand this particular system, how we can able to determine the mechanical translational system functions, transfer function and the differential function. So one more example I need to put in the next video. So using that also you can able to memorize yourself, or you can able to solve yourself with some of the other problems. I did do it in the exercise problem in the classroom itself. Then that is very comfortable for you to solve many problems. Okay, so that's all. Thanks a lot for your patience, and please go through this video in each and every step. Hope you are now, if you are not understand, then ask the questions to the classroom itself, then I will reply to you suddenly. Okay, thank you very much.